Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samaa News. Here are today's headlines. Egyptian Foreign Minister Badr Abdelati and Iran's Abbas Araghchi have discussed regional developments and efforts to create conditions for de-escalation during a phone call. According to Egypt's foreign ministry, the two officials have discussed returning to diplomacy, including the negotiation track between Oman and Iran, and the possible resumption of the US-Iran memorandum, with the goal of reaching a comprehensive and lasting agreement that addresses regional concerns and strengthens security and stability. Abdelati has stressed the need to intensify diplomatic efforts to reduce tensions and reach peaceful understandings that can help restore security and stability across the region. Iranian Parliament Speaker Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf has said that the country has received messages from neighbours on shaping new security commitments and economic cooperation in the region. Taking to X, Ghalibaf has said that the United States had put the security of its allies at risk through disregard for their interests in support of Israel. He said some allies briefly faced a situation in which their very existence was at risk. He added that a homegrown, independent security order would guarantee peace and security in the Middle East. Bangladesh has indicated a willingness to explore joining the Makkah Joint Defence Agreement involving Pakistan, Saudi Arabia and Turkey. Bangladeshi Foreign Affairs Advisor Humayun Kabir said Dhaka could consider participating in an economic or defence framework while prioritising its national interests and the changing global economic and trade environment. Speaking to state-run media, he said Bangladesh maintains a positive approach towards the possibility of joining an economic or defence framework involving the three countries. The US has imposed 50% tariffs on some Canadian goods after the two long-standing allies failed to reach a trade deal, with each side accusing the other of derailing days of talks. The tariffs that came into effect just after midnight on some $20 billion of Canadian goods are far from an economic game-changer for the largest US trading partner after Mexico. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney said he had suspended trade negotiations and Canada would retaliate dollar for dollar on the new tariffs. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney has announced that his country will impose retaliatory tariffs on a range of US imports from September 8th. The move comes in response to President Donald Trump's new 50% tariffs on Canadian goods. The decision follows failed negotiations between the two countries, raising tensions between the long-standing trade partners and putting further pressure on the future of the US-Mexico-Canada trade agreement. At least 16 people have been killed and more than 130 wounded after several Russian drones struck a shopping centre in central Ukraine, with President Volodymyr Zelensky promising a response to what he called an act of barbarism. Regional Governor Alexander Hanja said that 22 children were among the wounded in the daytime attack on the city of Kryvyi Rih, which is Zelensky's hometown. Hanja said there are 29 people in serious condition, including 5 children. Russian President Vladimir Putin says Ukraine has opened what he called a Pandora's box by targeting Russian economic infrastructure. Putin warned that Russia would retaliate against what he described as Ukraine's most sensitive economic sectors. Kyiv has intensified drone strikes on Russian economic facilities, including oil refineries and warehouses, while Russia has responded with attacks on Ukrainian economic infrastructure, including grain export facilities in the Black Sea.
Iran's President Masoud Pezeshkian has said that his country will not reject peace, but must remain alert to possible deception. Speaking at the 31st General Assembly of the Islamic Association of the Iranian Medical Society, the president said Iran would never bow to bullying and would stand its ground until the last breath, vowing a crushing response to any aggression.
TikTok and its Chinese parent company ByteDance have agreed to a $400 million settlement to resolve the US Justice Department's allegations the short video app violated children's online privacy. The Justice Department sued TikTok and ByteDance in 2024 for allegedly failing to protect children's privacy and illegally collecting their information. Under the settlement, TikTok will pay $300 million immediately and an additional $100 million upon entry of an order vacating a prior consent decree entered against TikTok's predecessor, musical.lw. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching Samaa News.